says when the day of Pentecost had come, listen to this, they were all together in one place. And some translations says they were all together on one accord. Text says it's approximately 120 believers in the upper room. Not only are they all together physically, they're all together in unity. Because, see, it's just me, and it's not the Lord, it's Drumwright. I don't believe that the Spirit of God would have come the way the Spirit came had they been disunified. And saints of God, they had to be together. They had to be on one accord for God to do what God desired to do. And for some of us, we got some disharmony around us. Anybody ever been in an environment where everybody was full of confusion and chaos, and you just sitting there and we trying to have a meeting and trying to figure out who's going to bring this and who, and every time something come up, somebody got something crazy to say, and then they start talking about, you remember 5 years ago at the family reunion? We ain't talking about 5 years ago, but they can't. How many folk know what I'm? Because sometimes there's disunity in the family. But here it is. They were all together, all on one accord. And what that suggests to us, saints, is that when we are purposed towards our destination on this roadmap, we need to understand that our teammates do matter. Oh, look at somebody, point at them with your church finger, tell them your teammates do matter. Your team, who we enlist to assist us towards our destinations, can either make us or break us. Is there anybody who can be truthful about it and say that there have been some times in life where you had to let some folks off your bus? You tried. In fact, you got a gold star right there on trying. But you had to say enough of this. And because let me tell you, if you get the wrong folks, sometimes you can spend a lifetime carrying dead weight. And let me just tell the truth, as long as you willingly carry dead weight, they'll take the ride. How many folk know about it? They'll take, long as you feed them, they're going to keep coming to the door. Long as you give them $25, they're going to keep putting their hand out. Sometimes you've got to shut it down and understand that everybody can't go where God is trying to take you. Even when I played football, Coach Jones used to get on my nerves because even when we would have our losing moments, he'd holler out, T-A-T. And that meant we need to get ourselves together and get back to being team-oriented, because let me tell you something, if it's a team, there really can't be no superstars on the team. Yeah, the press might make somebody the superstar, and somebody else might write a big article in the paper about one player, but when it comes down to it, the quarterback can't throw a touchdown if the wide receiver ain't in place, and the wide receiver can't run if the offensive line hadn't gotten in place, because you've got to have a team-oriented attitude. But then the A that coach would always say, it meant that you had to alter your attitude. Let me tell you something, some of us ain't gonna get nowhere because we got stanky attitudes, and I said it in church, stanky attitudes. And you can walk around some folks and just by the countenance on their face, you can tell whether they have a high or a low attitude. And saints of God, you're going to have to learn how to change your attitude. Even if everybody else says you can't, you better have a different kind of attitude. But then also, the T, when he'd holler out T-A-T, it meant that you better be trustworthy. Can we trust you to do your job? Somebody say your job. Not my job. God save us from folks who meander all over the highway of life. They think they can do what you do, but they can't do it because they ain't got the skill level. But they trying to tell you all about you. Can you be trusted to stay in your lane? Can you be trusted to show up when it's time to show up? Can you be trusted to do what you have to do to get where you're trying? Saints, we've got to have this understanding that teammates do matter. Let me just say this and don't nobody get mad. We gonna see. what happens when Durant comes back. Because see, that's a good teaching moment right there. See, they said all the Warriors don't need Kevin Durant. Now they're down 3-1. You stop talking about who somebody don't need. Because the truth of the matter, God can use who he wants. Stop talking about just because they don't have the kind of educational background. There's some folks that don't have a GED but have more prosperity in their spirit because they've got the right outlook on life. Yes, education and degrees are wonderful. Stop discounting somebody just because they don't speak all of the proper connective English. God will use somebody with broken English to get you an opportunity that your 6 degrees and certification couldn't do anything about. Yes, just because they are a sanitation worker, that might be the best thing God got for you. But here you are listening to some silly person trying to tell you, and they can't keep a relationship together if they put some Gorilla Glue on top of it. You better operate in the spirit. I know I'm talking right in this church.